I'd like to call the meeting to order. Can you please stand up for the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Mr. Brockman.
Here.
Mr. Duran Harris.
Here.
Ms. James.
Here.
Ms. Keefe.
Here.
Mr. Ligori.
Here.
Dr. Patel.
Here.
Ms. Toth.
Here.
Mr. Wen.
Here.
And Ms. Zolik. We have a quorum. The New Jersey Open Public Meetings Law was enacted to ensure the right of the public to have advance notice of and to attend the meetings of public bodies at which any business affecting their interests is discussed or acted upon. In accordance with the Open Public Meetings Law, the public notice of this meeting, which included the time, date, and location, was distributed by 3 p.m. on Sunday, December 25th, 2022, in the following manner. Posted on the bulletin board reserved for announcements in the board office, 25 Linwood Place, North Brunswick, mailed to the Home News Tribune, Sentinel, and the clerk of the Township of North Brunswick, and delivered to the 9 duly elected board members. Ms. Taroka, I understand you have some presentations to do?
Yes, thank you. Our first one is for someone who is not here this evening. We'd like to present a plaque in honor of Mrs. Janelle Zulik, who was a board member for the last year, sitting on our board in filling a role for an unexpired term. So she was in for 1 year. And she's going to be getting a plaque that says, "Presented to Janelle Zulik in recognition of your service to the children of North Brunswick as a member of the North Brunswick Township Board of Education, 2021-2022. So we'll be giving her this plaque at another location, another date, but would like to really thank her for her time and service to the students and community members of North Brunswick. Her dedication was very clear, and she was here for the students, so we really thank her for that. Our next presentation goes to our current and outgoing board president, Mr. Barry Duran Harris. And it is bittersweet to see you leaving the board. You have been, a staple on the board back since when I was a principal at Livingston Park School. And, at that point, knowing you as a parent, that was very special. And then to be able to come on as acting superintendent with you leading as board president my first year really meant quite a lot. And that relationship we built was very important. But more importantly, your quiet and really strong leadership for the board, I think was really important during our transition time out of COVID. You really led this board in a cohesive way, and I think a lot of what people talk about when they talk about the Board of Education at North Brunswick in its culture and how respectful it is of one another really speaks to your leadership. And we really, I think, are very indebted to you for the work that you've done for our board, for our students, and for our community. So the plaque says, "Presented to Barry Duran Harris in recognition of your service to the children of North Brunswick as a member of the North Brunswick Township Board of Education, 2016 to 2022, Vice President, 2018 to 2021, and Board President, 2022. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
I guess you'd like to say a few words.
Boy. Sure, why not? So, this is bittersweet, obviously. But, I've been honored to serve on the board for the last 6 years. It's been a great ride. There was 2 reasons why I joined the board initially. One was, being that we live in such a diverse town, it's always been my belief that those in certain positions, right, should represent the population of the community for which it represents. And, you know, when I look at the diversity on our board, gender, age, ethnicity, professional background, and, you know, experience on the board, you know, I'm very proud to be part of this team, and I'm proud, you know, to what we evolved from and to. And secondly, you know, and most importantly, it was to serve the community. You know, I grew up in New Brunswick. I moved my family here. My oldest daughter was 3. You know, we knew this was the right town for us. We knew this was the right place for us. And I wanted to give back to the community. So, you know, in all, this position is really a position of service, and I've been honored to serve the community. I just want to thank the rest of the board. For your teamwork and collaboration. We accomplished a lot. There's still a lot to accomplish. You know, I'm very proud to have worked with each and every one of you. I hope that you keep up the good work that we've done. You know, for some of the board members like Dave, who's been with me since the beginning, actually encouraged me to join the board. You know, I want to thank him. Rich and Colleen have been with me, you know, most of my time here as well. You know, and those that we've ushered in along the way. You know, I know that the board is in a great position moving forward. And I just want to thank you, Janet, for the last year. You know, it's like you said, right? It's been a very collaborative effort, and we work very well together. And, you know, I'm glad that we were part of the search to bring you in. And, you know, transition is never easy, right? And there's been some ups and downs, but I do respect the fact that you obviously have the best interest of the township and the district in mind, and you're always receptive and open to feedback and always trying to get better. So I appreciate that. You know, Amy, I've known you for many years. Your expertise in HR and some of the other areas, you know, it's been a pleasure working with you. You know, hope we've worked together on many things. Some of our our student hearings and some of the other matters. And I just want to thank you for, you know, your leadership, and you know, please send my regards to Jonathan and your firm. And it's been a pleasure. And especially my last year as president, really helping me and guiding me. And then Rosa, you know, your business acumen and you know, the business office is in really a great spot with you and at your leadership. So, you know, thank you. And again, just thank you, everybody. Just, you know, again, continue to just keep the best interests of the district and the community in mind. I know that you will. To our 2 new members, Jason and Zaire, you know, welcome. You'll fit right in, and you know, everything happens for a reason, right? So even though it's bittersweet that Janelle and I are leaving, you know, it gives an opportunity, you know, for new folks to come in and with fresh eyes and fresh ideas, and I know that you'll mend well with the rest of the board. So congratulations and welcome, and just thank you, everybody.
So I'm going to commence with the swearing in and reading of the oath with our new members and our re-elected member.
I will take pictures.
All right. So Zaire Ali, please. So I'm going to read it, and you're going to repeat after me. And you're welcome to bring up your family as well. You can bring everybody up. Right here, around here. So we're around the microphone, but they can come stand next to you. They can hold your Bible or your religious book if you want.
You need to make sure you're in the floor.
All right. Is it on, Mike? Oh, here you go. Are you ready? Here we go. Right hand up there.
Oh, okay.
Another one.
You ready?
We can start. I, Zaire Ali,
I, Zaire Ali,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and that I will bear the faith and allegiance to the same
that I will bear the faith and allegiance to the same,
and the governments established in the United States and this state
and the governments established in the United States and this state,
under the authority of the people.
under the authority of the people.
So help me God.
So help me God.
One more paragraph. I, Zaire Ali,
I, Zaire Ali,
do solemnly swear that I possess the qualifications prescribed by law
I, Zaire Ali, do solemnly swear that I possess the qualifications prescribed by law for the offices of member of a Board of Education,
and that I am not disqualified as a voter pursuant to state law, nor disqualified due to conviction of a crime or offense.
and that I am not disqualified as a voter pursuant to state law, nor disqualified due to conviction of a crime or offense listed in
State law. And that I will faithfully and impartially and justly perform all the duties of that office according to the best of my ability.
And that I will faithfully, impartially, and justly perform all the duties of that office according to the best of my ability, so help me God.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Let's go a quick second right here, smile, like quick shot.
Professional here.
That's it, nice.
Definitely a professional.
Yeah, you get in there and we'll take one of you.
Oh,
We'll be with the
really?
fancy camera.
Absolutely.
And afterwards, we'll do something.
Proud, huh?
Yes, sir. Wow.
Thank you.
Right there. Yep. Make it official.
Yeah.
There you go.
Thank you.
Very much. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Now, Mr. Carter, you're up. Please bring up all your family as well. Come on. There you go. Here, can you hold it? Oh, wow, great. It's been a long. Totally understand. So I, Jason Carter,
I, Jason Carter,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same
and that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same
and to the governments established in the United States and this state,
and to the governments established in the United States and this state,
under the authority of the people.
under the authority of the people.
So help me God.
So help me God.
I, Jason Carter,
I, Jason Carter,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I possess the qualifications prescribed by law for the office of member of a Board of Education,
that I possess the qualifications prescribed by law for the office of member of the Board of Education,
and that I am not disqualified as a voter pursuant to state law,
and that I am not disqualified as a voter pursuant to state law,
nor disqualified due to conviction of a crime or offense listed in state law,
nor disqualified due to conviction of a crime or offense listed in state law,
and that I will faithfully, impartially, and justly
and that I will faithfully, impartially, and justly
perform all the duties of that office according to the best of my ability.
perform all the duties of that office according to the best of my ability. So help me God.
Congratulations.
Oh, yeah, just stand there.
You have to say the family first.
Call the baby's name so you can see me. Take two, they go first one right here, right? One more, take one more. Right here, don't move.
Great. Here we go. I, Colleen Keefe,
I, Colleen Keefe,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same
and that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same,
and to the governments established in the United States and this state,
to the governments of the United States and this state,
under the authority of the people.
under the authority of the people.
So help me God.
So help me God.
I, Colleen Keefe,
I, Colleen Keefe,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I possess the qualifications prescribed by law for the office of member of a Board of Education,
that I possess the qualifications prescribed by law for the office of member of the Board of Education,
and that I am not disqualified as a voter pursuant to state law,
and that I am not disqualified as a voter pursuant to state law,
nor disqualified due to a conviction of a crime or offense listed in New Jersey state law,
nor disqualified due to conviction of a crime or offense listed in New Jersey state law,
and that I will faithfully, impartially, and justly
and that I will faithfully, impartially, and justly
perform all the duties of that office according to the best of my ability.
and justly perform all the duties of that office according to the best of my ability. So help me God.
Congratulations, everyone. We have our new board set. I will now present the numbers that were the result of the election in November that led to our newly sworn-in Board of Education members. I'm not going to read the numbers there because they're there for you to see. You can see just round numbers. We had over 28,000 voters, and the election results there that we all know resulted in Mr. Carter, Mr. Ali, and Ms. Keefe being elected to the board for another 3 years. So with that being said, I'd like to have a motion to accept these numbers into our records.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? The election results have been accepted. Now I'm going to open up for nominations for election for our board president.
I would like to nominate Rich Ligori for president.
Ms. Hawk, I'd like to nominate Dave Brockman for president.
Any others? Seeing that there are no others, can I have a motion to please accept both Mr. Ligori and Mr. Brockman as our two nominees for the position of Board of Education president?
So moved. Sorry, second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? So in front of you, each board member, are an election ballot. Your name is on there as well, but if you could please put your vote in for Mr. Ligori or Mr. Brockman. If you could just fold that.
Should we sign it, Ms. Hawk?
No, because your name's on it already. I'll know who it is. If you could fold it that way. I'm going to come around and collect them, and then I will read the votes. I'm going to start at the end.
You just circle the name.
We're checked, okay.
Circle the name, check it.
Thank you. Thank you. Thanks. Thank you. Thank you, Colleen, Stephen, and Alicia. Ms. James voted for Mr. Lagore. Mr. Wen, Mr. Lagore. Ms. Keith, Mr. Lagore. Mr. Brockman, Mr. Brockman. Mr. Lagore, Mr. Lagore. Ms. Toth, Mr. Brockman. Mr. Ali, Mr. Lagore. Mr. Carter, Mr. Lagore. And Dr. Patel, Mr. Brockman. Mr. Lagore has 6 votes, and Mr. Brockman has 3. Congratulations. The vote is 6-3 for Mr. Lagore as the new president of the Board of Education of North Brunswick. I have been informed by our council that we do not have to take another vote to accept you as the president. You are the standing president now. So if you like, you can take over, or I can continue with the vice presidency election.
Thank you, everybody. Look forward to working with everybody in the new year. Just a few chairs to the left, so thank you again. With that, we'll take nominations, please, for the office of Vice President.
Ms. Hawk, I'd like to nominate Ms. Haley Toe.
Thank you.
Are there any other nominations?
I'd like to nominate Paragi Patel.
I would like to nominate myself for vice president.
Seeing that there are no other nominations, can I please have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Again, there are ballots on your desktop there. I will come around and collect them and do the same as we did for the president. Thank you. One more. Ms. James. Voted for Ms. James. Mr. Wen for Dr. Patel. Ms. Keefe, Ms. Toth. Mr. Lagore, Ms. Toth. Mr. Brockman, Ms. Toth. Haley, Ms. Toth, or Ms. Toth for Ms. Toth. Sorry. Mr. Ali, Ms. Toth. Mr. Carter, Ms. James. And Dr. Patel, Dr. Patel. So it is Ms. Toth with 5 votes, Dr. Patel with 1, and Ms. James with 3. So Ms. Toth, you are 3.
It was 5-2, I believe.
Okay. Ms. Toth, you are the new Vice President of the North Brunswick Board of Education.
Thank you, everyone. Honestly, it's an honor, and a little nervous. But I really appreciate everyone, taking their stake in their interests, especially, the two other women that sit up here with me, Ms. James and Dr. Patel, and, to the two gentlemen, Mr. Liguori and Mr. Brockman. It's been a pleasure working with this whole board for the last 2.5 years that I've been on the board. I took a stake a couple of years ago and interviewed for an unexpired term, and here we are almost 3 years later, and it's the best decision I've ever made, and I've shared that with a lot of you. So I thank you all for putting your trust in me. I hope you all can know that you can count on me, and I'd love to prove that to our new members and continue to prove that to our current. So thank you all so much.
Thank you. So we'll continue with our agenda.
Number
We're
15, yep.
on item 15. Could someone please, Ms. Toth, why don't you move on item 15, please?
Sure. I'd like to make a motion to adopt the Code of Ethics for school board members.
Second.
As part of our discussion, what I've done in past years is that we've actually read the Code of Ethics aloud. So I think what we'll do is we'll actually just go around the table. Ms. James, could you start with item A?
Surely. Item A reads, I will uphold and enforce all laws, rules, and regulations of the State Board of Education and court orders pertaining to schools. Desired changes shall be brought about only through legal and ethical procedures.
Mr. Wen, item B.
Item B, I will make decisions in terms of the educational welfare of children and will seek to develop and maintain public schools that meet the individual needs of all children regardless of their ability, race, creed, sex, or social standing.
Ms. Keefe, item C.
I will confine my board action to policymaking, planning, and appraisal, and I will help to frame policies and plans only after the board has consulted those who will be affected by them.
I'll take item D. I will carry out my responsibility not to administer the schools, but together with my fellow board members to see that they are well run. Ms. Toth, item E.
Item E, I will recognize that authority rests with the Board of Education and will make no personal promises nor take any private action that may compromise the board.
Mr. Brockman, F.
Item F, I will refuse to surrender my independent judgment to special interest or partisan political groups or to use the schools for personal gain or for the gain of friends.
Dr. Patel, item G.
I will hold confidential all matters pertaining to the schools which, if disclosed, would needlessly injure individuals or the schools. In all other matters, I will provide accurate information and in concert with my fellow board members, interpret to the staff the aspirations of the community for its school.
Mr. Carter, item H.
I will vote to appoint the best qualified personnel available after consideration of the recommendation of the Chief Administrative Officer.
Mr. Ali, item I.
I will support and protect school personnel in proper performance of their duties.
Ms. James, item J.
Sure, I will refer all complaints to the Chief Administrative Officer and will act on the complaints at public meetings only after failure of an administrative solution.
Any further discussion on item 15? Ms. Hawk?
Yes. Mr. Ali?
It's a roll call.
It's a
So
roll call.
yes or no vote,
Yes or no?
please.
Oh, yes.
Mr. Brockman?
Yes.
Mr. Carter?
Yes.
Ms. James?
Yes.
Ms. Keefe?
Yes.
Mr. Liguori?
Yes.
Dr. Patel?
Yes.
Ms. Toth?
Yes.
And Mr. Wen?
Yes.
This motion has been accepted.
Thank you. We usually have 2 public sessions, but since there's no formal business this evening, we only have 1, so we'll open it up for public session on any matter this evening at this point in time. If anyone would like to approach, please do so at this time, and you have 3 minutes. Please state your name.
Start the timer. Who's the timekeeper?
I just want to congratulate the board members and congratulate Mr. Liguori and Ms. Toth for your presidency and vice presidency. And again, just thank you all for your collaboration. And I just want to again reiterate, please, keep the best interest of the district and the community in mind. Not that I don't think that you will, but obviously I just want to reiterate that. Continue to work collaboratively as a team. Welcome our new members, Mr. Ellie and Mr. Carter. I hope you both find it as rewarding as I
Thank you. Anybody else from the public this evening? Seeing none, would somebody please move to close the public portion of the meeting?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? No closed session this evening. So with that, will somebody please move to adjourn the meeting?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Thank you, everybody. Have a nice night.
Tony and Amanda.